Beginner Challenge number 15 for Gym Challenge here at Psycho Turtle in Pico Rivera, California. I'm Dennis Geisler, with me, Pikachu. Let's get into round number 1 here, very start of this tournament, very start of the first Gym Challenge of Regulation F. I'm very excited. We have Grayson, DeWolfe, and Younggyun, both sporting interesting teams that you would not have seen in Regulation E, teams that you could not have seen in Regulation E. For a number of reasons, Regulation F, with the introduction of a number of new Pokemon that we are now able to see, the new Paradox Pokemon, Raging Bolt, Gouging Fire, Iron Crown, and Iron Boulder. We are here into this game. Younggyun Kim and Grayson DeWolfe, those are not their team. Grayson with the Entei, sending out the Chen Pao. Younggyun Kim has that Trick Room team with the Hatterene. One of the big things that we have seen in this new Regulation F is Hatterene now gaining access to Expanding Force, becoming the best Expanding Force user in this regulation, in the metagame. Chen Pao with the Ice Spinner will take down the Psychic Terrain, so that'll weaken the Expanding Force, although it wasn't going to hit Chen Pao in the first place. We'll just weaken the damage regardless. Stomping Tantrum from Entei. Going to take out the Hatterene through that Fire Terrastal. See the beginning of this matchup, but in any case, there goes the Terra Hatterene. Again, Lucas also fell earlier, so 3-on-3 at this point. Gallade going to come in here for Younggyun. Throw on the Pokeball. Escalade filling a similar role as it did in Regulation E. Clear Amulet, Sharpness, and a couple of cutting moves. Psycho Cut, Psycho Sword, as well as the Wide Guard and the Trick Room. Clear Amulet. Entei, one of the new things that we're seeing in this set, it's got the Assault Vest, Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed, Stomping Tantrum, Snarl. Bit of a bulky Entei, and with the Terra Grass, not the Terra normal Extreme Speed Choice Band thing that we've seen a little bit of. Edie will wake up here, use the Follow Me, going to pull away some target from Gallade. And Pow's Sucker Punch not going to go off. Sacred Fire now targeting Edie, will take it down. His signature move, got some nice damage on that one. That will mean that Gallade is able to get the Trick Room up for free. That means that now when the Luna comes in, it's the last Pokemon for Younggyun, Ursaluna is going to be quite a bit faster. His Guts Flame Orb, not going to get the Flame Orb boost on turn number 1. Both Chen Pao and Entei are weak to that Earthquake. Earthquake Ursaluna, not anything else in that 4th slot like the Swords Dance that we sometimes see. Chen Pao will use the Sucker Punch on Gallade. Pretty good chunk of damage. Ursaluna with Headlong Rush into Entei, going to take that Pokemon down pretty easily. Drop Ursaluna's defense and special defense. And I believe that last move was Gallade targeting the Chen Pao with a Psycho Cut. Might have been predicting a Terrastal there, as I don't believe Chen Pao has used its Terra. But in any case, not actually going to get anything done. The Sacred Sword there might have at least gotten Chen Pao down to its Focus Sash. Now Dragonite going to come in here. Actually, no, Chen Pao Focus Sash would have been broken already, so would have potentially already taken it out. Dragonite now in here. This is that priority spam team that we've seen a bit of with the Dragonite as well. Getting that Extreme Speed off, getting the knockout onto the Gallade. Chen Pao's Sucker Punch not going to land onto the Ursaluna moment there, and going to do quite a bit of damage. Ursaluna going to take down the Dragonite, but now it's going to be difficult with the Chen Pao Sucker Punch for Ursaluna to get this one done. Not exactly sure how Ursaluna is going to be able to win this through the Chen Pao Sucker Punch. And indeed, the Chen Pao Sucker Punch comes out, takes down the Ursaluna. Grayson will win this game, game number 2. Came in here a little late, but you're going to see the huge game number 3 between Grayson DeWolfe and Younggyun Kim here in just a moment. Interesting game there. Didn't see the entire beginning of it, but clearly it wasn't. The Younggun's team was not able to get up Trick Room fast enough. It looked like the Amoonguss was able to get a Spore off in time and prevent the Trick Room, meaning that Hatterene was actually not able to do anything. Hatterene's a great user of Expanding Force. It's gotten access to Expanding Force in the Indigo Disc, and that it's one of the slowest Pokemon out there, meaning that it's able to take use of Trick Room very well. It's very bulky, meaning that it's able to take hits very well. Its special attack is sky high, which also means that it's able to use that Expanding Force to do the most damage possible. Kind of the, I guess you could say, canonical option for that choice. See the adaptations here between these two. That Urshifu on Younggyun's side is single striker Shifu, and one of the other new mechanics that we're seeing here is it's got the Stellar Terra type, newly discovered in the Indigo Disc. Well, not in the Indigo Disc, but you know what I mean. The Choice Scarf. It's got the Terra Blast as well, with Wicked Blow, Close Combat, and U-Turn. Curious to see how the Stellar Terra type works on a Pokemon like that, although we may just not end up seeing it in this case. Not a whole lot that prevents Trick Room on Grayson's side. Tenpou is able to take down the Psychic Terrain, which is very important against the Expanding Force, but in any case, we are getting into number 3 here, round number 1 at Gym Challenge, Premier Challenge number 15. Already at 15, we're getting through the year. Also, there is one tomorrow. Feel free to sign up, show up. It'll be a fun time. And we'll be streaming, of course. Getting into this one, that's a great picture on Younggun's trainer card. In any case, Fluttermane Entei on Grayson's side, and the Indeedee and Gallade on the other side. So both those Pokemon able to set up Trick Room if they want to. Not an insane offensive threat. Gallade can do some damage for sure. Fluttermane with Booster Energy. It'll be Booster Special Attack. So some decisions to make. Both these Pokemon, as mentioned for Younggun, can set up Trick Room. Try to make the rest of this battle a little bit easier, but with all the priority, it can be well, actually, with the Psychic Terrain, it can actually be a pretty solid matchup into all of that priority until Tenpou comes in, clears that out a little bit. Grayson in the last battle didn't use the Terastallization. We'll see the Terra turn 1 from Younggun once again. Last battle, I believe, was Fire Terra on Hatterene turn 1. This time, Grass Terra on Gallade would otherwise allow it to avoid a Amoonguss or Follow Me coming through, so this will be pretty prioritized on getting that Trick Room up here. Sacred Fire will target the Indeedee, will not take it down, will burn it, so, or excuse me, will not burn it, it's a 50% chance to burn. Trick Room does come up. He stays standing, and now in the Trick Room, I have to see what's going to happen here, what Grayson decides to go for. Not really a good way to get the Trick Room out of here. I like that hat. Helping Hand onto the Gallade. Could be the fastest here. Fluttermane will protect. It doesn't have the protect, it's got that Assault Vest, and it will be targeted with the Psycho Cut. It gets one shot. Ring the bell, one hit knockout. The first KO of this game 3 right here. Big damage there from the Psycho Cut, boosted by Sharpness. Entei has some solid physical bulk, but with the Assault Vest, not too bulky. Here's that 50-50 for the 10 POW again. Assuming it's the one targeted. It may just not be, as Flutter Main is a open target. It's already used the Protect. Doesn't necessarily want to double Protect here and risk getting nothing done this turn. Indeed, doing a whole lot here right now. The Terrastal now used for Grayson. It will be the Flutter Main, actually, target of that, as always. Terra Fairy Flutter Main. Such a great Terra type in general, boosts damage. And just a great typing in general. The Psycho Cut will knock it out. Don't know what the Terra was meant to do, but it does not get anything done. Burned immediately, and Younggyun taking advantage with this huge Gallade. Dazzling Gleam does about half of Chen Pao's HP. Ice Spinner will take down the expanding, or excuse me, the Psychic Terrain. It will also take down the Gallade entirely. Trick Room is still up, but certainly a nice... It's certainly nice for Grayson with all that priority to get the Psychic Terrain off of the battlefield. But it will still be difficult into this Hatterene. Neutral to Dark, so a Sucker Punch won't really hurt it that much, and a Dazzling Gleam here is going to be big damage on both of these Pokemon. Doesn't necessarily want to take both hits though, so may as well protect. Ursulune also still on the back here for young Grayson, down to the last two Pokemon for this battle. Dragonite has that extreme speed, probably wants to lock into that. Ursaluna will come out. It will be able to get its Flame Orb up now. Protect. Also means that Psychic Terrain can be switched back in. Extreme Speed into the Ursaluna, going to get a bit of damage down. Sucker Punch not going to land on anybody. There's the Flame Orb activating. Now a lot to keep a track of here for Grayson. Indeed, he can swap back in, get the Psychic Terrain up. Will mean Dragonite actually is locked out of any moves, because the Extreme Speed won't be able to do anything, and it means that the 10 POW Ice Spinner will have to probably come out. It has to protect here. Try to keep itself safe. Dragonite's Extreme Speed will land onto the Hatterene, no switch out. Hatterene will just pop that Dazzling Gleam. It's blocked obviously by Chen Pao. Damage into the Dragonite is very good. Doesn't pick up the knockout. Barely not going to get there. And Ursaluna will finish it off. So now it's just the Chen Pao against two opponents. Don't think the Chen Pao has a way out of this one. A Sucker Punch can hit one or the other. Can't hit both. And it's unable to hit both of these targets. So one way or another, one of these two is going to pick up Chen Pao and win Younggyun the set. And Grayson will cancel the battle anyway. Round one goes to Younggyun. Nice showcase of the new uses of a team that we've seen so much. That Trick Room with the female Indeedee, the Ursaluna, Torkoal, the Hatterene, the Gallade. We've seen so much of it in the past few regulations in one way or another with the Expanding Force user as Armarouge instead. But in any case, that's round one. We will be back in just a moment with round number two. Do not go anywhere.